Hello, Contrarian Dude here, and I saw a video from the Young Turks today, and I generally disagree with pretty much everything they say. Most of what they say is absolutely mental. But on this one, they absolutely got it right. I wanted to acknowledge it. They're criticizing what some Donald Trump supporters did at a Donald Trump event, and here's the clip.
Donald Trump claims that he wants to make America great again. But what if you believe that America's doing pretty good already? Well, then something like this might happen.
Maybe they'll say, we don't want to maybe shut up. We don't want to. Shut your mouth. Maybe they'll say, who cares about Social Security? We're going to save Social Security. We're not going to change the deal.
You're at a Trump rally?
We're not going to change the deal. We're going to save
Ditch them.
You know, when you think of it, all of the things that we all want.
Yeah, I said ditch them. Very simple.
Sometimes I'll be rough. I'll say, get him out of here. So big. And then one time, 2 weeks later, I said, what's going on back there?
Or not. He didn't ask us to leave. They asked us to leave. If he wants to ask us to leave, he can. If he wants to ask us to leave, he can. You want us to leave? You want us to leave? You want to throw us out? He can throw us out. They can. He can throw us out. They can. Let's go. USA! 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 USA!
I mean, first of all, there was something scary about that, right? Didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man, that is...
No, I was saying before the show, I saw this in a movie recently, The Last Planet of the Apes. I mean, you saw the people like, Trump, Trump, Trump! I saw when the monkeys clashed, the good monkey, the bad monkey, they're just, arr, 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 in the background. And you see the stupid simian brain that we still have, that a lot of people were mad and wanted to do something, and then one guy ripped the sign a little bit, and so the other guy ran over and grabbed part of it.
So I'm going to go ahead and give the benefit of the doubt to the protesters here, and I think what happened was they went there, they held up their signs, and they stood quietly, they sat in the back row. I mean, you know, like, this is absolutely no, I have no problem with these people doing this at all, and I completely agree that if that's what happened, if they weren't yelling out and being disruptive, they were just sitting there silently holding signs, I have no problems whatsoever with them doing that, and I think that the supporters who started yanking at their signs, tearing it up, and demanding them to get thrown out, I think they're way out of line, and they're an embarrassment to themselves and to the Trump campaign for whatever Trump cares about that. But I want to point out that this is a far cry from what we've seen with other Trump protesters, where they come in, start yelling and screaming, and kind of like the Black Lives Matter chicks did to Bernie. You know, that is just disruptive and totally unacceptable. That means you're no longer welcome as a guest at that environment, which is paid for and organized by somebody else. These guys were not asked to leave by anybody with actual authority somewhere. If now, I don't care what you're doing, you don't need a justification. Like, if you hire a hall and run an event, you can just ask people to leave, and that's totally fine, and you have that prerogative. Other guests in the hall do not have that authority. Only the people who paid for the hall have that authority and are part of that organization. So for the Trump supporters to do that, that is totally unacceptable. And I think it's a good strategy. It's the Gandhi strategy, right? It's like a peaceful protest. It's like these guys, I'm going to come step in and I'm going to let these people fall on their own swords and make themselves look like asses, which they absolutely did. And the Trump supporters came off looking like total asses, and the Young Turks nailed it. They did it absolutely correctly. My only thing is, because I have such low expectations of the Young Turks, I won't bother, well, I don't think it happens, but what I would do is, if there is ever, you know, people doing similar, like a bunch of white guys show up to a Black Lives Matter protest and say all lives matter, or a bunch of men show up to some feminist movement and say wage gap myth, something like that. And if they got kicked out, yelled at, their signs torn down, I wonder if the Young Turks would be honest enough to actually criticize them as well. That's all for me today. Speak to you soon.